welcome to this week's Sober on the Mic. This week's guest is a lady who I've known for 10 years now.
Yeah.
10 years now. She's also got the same name as me. So I'd like to introduce you to Lauren, who Lauren taught me that our name is unreal.
I was just about to say that, yes.
So that's the best thing you've ever told me. Yeah. So Lauren has very kindly offered to do our podcast today. She's going to do the 20 quick fire questions, and then we're going to hear Lauren's story. So without further ado, let's do the 20 quick fire questions. So start with 10. Lauren, how old are you?
31.
31, so I knew you when you were 21.
Yeah. Yes. I know, that is
That's
mental.
crazy.
Yeah.
And where are you from originally?
Somerset.
Somerset. So you moved, when did you move to Exeter?
When I was 17, when I come out of Secure, out the Atkinson,
Cool. Yeah.
came to Exeter.
And what's your star sign?
Pisces.
You're a Pisces.
I'm a fish.
What does that mean, a Pisces?
Well, calm in water, but I don't think that's me.
I'm a Taurus, which means I'm an egomaniac.
Oh, no!
It's true. Right, I'm interested to see your answer to this. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'm going to upset you, aren't I? I am both, but I am now more a dog person because I've got Honey.
You've got Honey, and I think we'll probably put a picture of Honey on the Instagram account so people can see the gorgeous Honey.
Yes.
Balls to you, it's all about Honey.
Yeah, it is.
And Honey's done a lot for you, hasn't she? Like, helped you through a lot of things.
Yes. I've called her Honey Bee for blessing.
Oh,
because I generally think that she's been a blessing to me.
She is, and she's so gorgeous. And
she's good with people, and I'd love to get her in doing some kind of just being like there for other people.
Get her on in the group.
Yeah. Well, when you get dogs are allowed, she'll be
in the group. So this is a more complicated one. So what was is your drug of choice?
Everything.
Everything. That is most people's answer.
Everything. It's not just me. Everything. But now later on in life, I've realised the easier ones to get to. Alcohol, obviously, became a big problem later on.
A real common thing we see is people early doors maybe using heroin and crack, ceasing that on a prescription, and then alcohol.
Yes.
There's still that void that needs filling. That alcohol.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. How old were you when you first noticed you might have had an issue with substances?
The first time that so my mum would smoke weed, right? And I, as a kid, I would know that going into that room and the smell and the way it would make me laugh.
Yeah.
So I knew from before even actually taking a toke, I was like, if I go in the shed, that's where all the fun is. Yeah. And I giggle and stuff like that. And then when I had a spliff, aged 13 or so, that was it.
That's it, done then. That's really, really common, is that what we're getting back, is that the first time I had something that was, like this. I keep feeling like this and then building up from that.
And my mum gave me, so we went on a holiday once to go down to Cornwall to see our family, and my mum, I had a cold, and it was like winter. I was about 10. My mum gave me a shot of whiskey or whatever she was drinking. All I know is it was brown, it was strong. She gave it to me, and it burnt my chest. It got my heartburn. All the horrible things and the next minute I was like, oh wow,
what's this?
What's this?
Yeah. From an early age we attach to it, don't we? Yeah. So how long have you been sober for? So I know this answer's a little bit different for you. How long have you been sober for?
Well, the longest I've managed to get in the last year or two is 3 months.
Yeah.
And I have relapsed a lot since then. So the honest answer to that at the moment is a few days off alcohol, and I still have a problem smoking.
Yeah. It's interesting though, isn't it? Because when was the last time you used the really heavy stuff, like heroin or something like that?
Weeks ago.
Weeks. Yeah. So you're a really big example of you've learned so much about recovery along the way, and then putting that all into place.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of time, doesn't it?
I get it. And then I think I'm okay.
Yeah. But putting it into action, that's the hard bit.
It is, and it's not as easy as going, got a drug problem, just sort that out. Because I can go and sort that out, and then everything else comes flooding back. My mind is so loud. and I sometimes I've given in quickly, but I'm given in easily. But I wouldn't say it's easy. But I'm just never going to give up. That's it.
That's the point of it, is that continuing on and keeping on learning and showing up for yourself. For someone who has known you for 10 years, I think you've done amazing. Like you're not the same person I met 10 years ago. Does that make sense? You're not defined by your using, if that makes sense. What defines you to me is you never fucking give up. You keep going, and that is what it's all about.
Thank you.
That's brilliant. What one word would your friends describe you as?
Energy.
Just energy.
I know it was one word, and I was like, energy.
And you're quite silly as well, aren't you?
I can be silly.
What habit do you do every day to keep you grounded?
I pray a lot. I'll be honest, I do. The morning routine sort of gets me up for the day. I just have my mood board and things to read and to just focus on to set myself up for the day. Gratitude as well. Gratitude has been a real one to bring me back down to earth and think, actually, you've got a lot to be fucking grateful for. Shit, language.
But so you wake up in the morning and have like a set thing to keep you in that mindset for the day. That's brilliant.
For me, and I'm not that I'm here to promote anything of any other, but apart from my own experiences work for me, there is a thing called the Just for Today card. And it just keeps me grounded in just for today. That's it.
And that's all you can do, isn't it?
Because I can either be right over in the future worrying about things that I have no control over, or I'm back there, and I miss being present into poetry as well. Right, like walking around in nature, and even if it's a miserable day and one leaf on the floor or something, I look and be like, write a poem about it. So open my eyes, thinking, you know.
That's brilliant.
That's not one thing that keeps me grounded.
You got like that. What is your quote or mantra that you live by?
I don't know if it's happy-go-lucky is what I used to say a lot. I remember being in the depths when I was 14 years old, and I was in the darkest place, and there was a guy, bless his soul, called Timmy Keynes, and he was an old guy. He used to come around and DJ at the caravan, and he just used to always say happy-go-lucky, and it just stuck with me in such real bad times, but I carried that. It must have been such a significant event in my life that I have lived by that, like happy-go-lucky. Oh,
I think that's brilliant. Who's your hero?
My grandparents. I thought about that one. My grandma, when she was alive, bless her, she prayed for me a lot, which I believe that I was the only sibling that did have access to, not access, what kind of words that I did have my grandparents in my life, and I truly believe that going over on them Sundays saved me from a lot, and showed me that I was just, if I just pray, and I don't know, I just felt protected by my grandmother, and now obviously I've got my nanny in my life, and just getting on the phone to her, Lauren, honestly, just how strong-minded, and it makes my little worries and my little you know, come on, Lauren, like my nanny is just they've got to be my cheerleaders. Brilliant.
Oh, I love that. What's a song that's always lifting your mood?
Oh God, it's just cringy probably. Like Fleetwood Mac.
I love Fleetwood Mac.
I want to be with you everywhere.
I thought you had something cringy like bass humble.
No, you're not.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Fleetwood Mac. I like that song. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. I like that song. I like a bit of would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you?
That's a tune, isn't it? That's a good song. What's one of yours? Go on. One of my mood lifting. So I like really miserable music. I like Black Box, Ride on Time.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I love that tune.
Who would play you in the movie of your life?
Right, I read that, yeah. What on earth do you mean by that?
So, like, if they did a film, Lauren, the movie,
Yeah.
who's playing Lauren?
Would you be in my movie?
I'll be in the movie.
Yeah.
I got GCSE in drama.
Have you? Did you? Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, got to be.
Oh my God! That's another course here, eh?
I'll play you in the movie of your life.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
I think you'd be a good role.
We'll be unreal. And who would do the soundtrack to the movie of your life? Well, I think it needs to be Would I Lie to You, Baby, Would I Lie to You? If you could have a dinner party with a famous person, alive or dead, who would it be?
Pink.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
She's in recovery as well, isn't she?
Is she?
I think she
I thought that, but she, like, when you watch her podcasts and stuff, well, not podcasts, but her interviews, like, she's very mysterious, and I just love. She's got, like, her songs got me through some tough times from a child. Yeah. And I've always, she made me question my sexuality once upon a time.
Nice, yeah, nice.
Like, I love Pink, very natural, very, I like Pink.
Well, hopefully people listen to this.
Yeah.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
To fly.
To fly?
Yeah, mate.
What are you doing with that?
Pardon?
What are you doing with that skill, flying about the gap?
I need to think of one. I don't know, but flying would be mine.
Flying would be a good one.
Yeah.
But then you'd have to get public transport.
No, that's what I thought. Don't have to sit in a crowd like bus
if you want to go on holiday, snip over.
Wind between my hair, like a fistful. Yeah,
that's a good one.
What bird though? Like, an owl.
An owl, yeah. I'd be a peacock.
Yes,
with a big
favourite.
All of that,
Fan of life. That's you, definitely.
Do you have a guilty pleasure band, TV show, film, or hobby?
Yeah, so I put EastEnders down.
Lovely.
I don't watch much TV because I can't concentrate, right? But like half an hour of EastEnders, and I can relate to a lot of the stories.
I was going to say, whenever I watch EastEnders, I think, I'm not that bad.
Yeah. Or I'm like, it's all about me. And then getting a piece of junk, or like when I've walked past a skip on my way back from here once, and I saw a table in it, and it wasn't until I got it home that I saw that it was wooden and it had love hearts as legs, and I thought, oh my God. So I like to get junk, rubbish, or an old bit of furniture and give it a new life.
Flip it. Yeah. So thank you very much for answering the 20 quickfire questions. We're now going to delve in more to the meat and the bones. You like your car? I love it. We'll go into the meat and the bones. So let's start from, obviously, your life really changed a lot when you went to rehab. But a quick whistle-stop tour. What did drug and alcohol look like before you went to rehab? And then what happened when you go into rehab?
Yeah. And thank you for that opportunity to even to really think about it. It was death. It really was before rehab. Dark, lonely, trapped. And I was taking anything and everything just to numb it all out, and then beat yourself up the next day and do it all again, and add another consequence to what you've just been drinking and using and what happened the night before. Okay, we'll do it again. And it was just this vicious cycle of like crying out for help, but still going out there and crying out for help. I didn't know what else. I didn't know anything different as well. I think from a young age, like when I was growing up, I was always called, you're going to be just like your dad, you're going to be an addict. I was put down from a very young age. So when I found that I had addiction problems, I'm a drug, I felt comfort in it because I was like, I definitely belong to my parents. In a very dysfunctional way.
It does give a sense of belonging, and if your mates are doing it, this is what I do. Yeah,
that's another thing in the group of people. I'm accepted. I'm in. You know, and it was nothing like that. And then you talk years later, and it was just, I was just sending into an early grave,
Yeah,
really.
just so poorly, but also so tired of waking up and doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel shame, so I'm going to use all the shame, more shame, round and round and round.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, is like just being tired of your way and your your decision making, and like I was just so wrapped up here that I couldn't hear I couldn't hear nothing else. I couldn't see the help, I couldn't hear the help. And then obviously I needed to just be taken out of society for a bit, to actually be given a chance, which I didn't know at this point. I thought it was just like coming off doing drugs, but actually going to rehab like gave me the chance to look at myself. And I was actually really grateful for it, as much as it was painful.
That's the hard bit though, isn't it? The stopping of the substances. You can be whacked into a detox, lovely jubbly done. But then you're left with, I've got to try and fix all of this now, and that's a horrible feeling, isn't it? Being like, how am I going to manage this without my comfort blanket?
I'm very good. What I've realised through my journey of addiction, recovery, relapse, all of that things, I'm actually really good at stopping drugs. Staying stopped is another. And it's like what you said, dealing with everything that's underneath, like taking accountability, dealing with traumatic experience, like dealing with grief, like all of them things I'm left with. From and that can be from such a young age, of the first time I picked up drugs to everything that's happened in between. Because really, if I reflect on it and look back, I've never dealt with any of it because I've always had a drink or a drug there. So definitely that.
So you go into rehab, you have a detox, they take you off a lot, don't they? You're off methadone, off booze, everything. And then you go
prescription,
and then you go into rehab. What was that like?
Well, first of all, I have to thank the guys for giving me 2 chances. I went in the first time and my body literally, I'd been that messed up on drugs that 3 weeks of coming off everything, which was brilliant, by the way. Best thing I ever done. Honestly, it was, my eyelashes ached, my shins ached, like everything in me ached, but my heart was beating and my mind was awake and I felt alive. And that didn't matter, but my body got, like, it just packed up. And the first time I then acted and ran from hospital after about 7 days or something like that. But the second chance, I was like, I realised how messed up I really was. I was, like, I'm very good at self-sabotage, very good at just no belief in yourself at all. Like, all these, when I went in, I was taught, like, to take the mask off, which has been a great coping mechanism for me for many years.
It's probably kept you alive.
Do you know what?
Putting that mask on has probably kept you alive, isn't it?
Yeah, and I didn't understand that until I went to rehab, about like, and it was the best thing I'd done. It gave me time for me. And when I read out my timeline, which was like, I'm 31 and I had 28 pages double-sided, so what's that, 56, like something like that.
And that was your timeline
of significant events, and they were in blocks of 5 to 10, 10 to 15. And it took me about 3-4 weeks on this work that I was doing, because it was so painful. And it took me 2 days to read it through with my worker, Ben Sweet. He was amazing, good lad. And I read it out, and I used to laugh a lot in it all, where how my mum, and he was like, it's not funny. And he really brought me back down to ground. But at the end,
and were you doing that to kind of ease your own feelings about it? Like, if I make it funny, it's all right.
And I didn't realise how well I've been and disconnected from all of that stuff. There's things that I thought I'd take to my grave. There's things that I never thought I'd be believed, heard, anything like that. And I went in, and after I read it, like, and I got told to stop laughing, like this. It's a painful response. At the end, he said, "Do you know what, Lauren? You've got a beautiful soul, and I really need to hold on to that. Really, like things like that. But I forget very easily the pain that I've come from. and before I know it, I haven't breathed and just took a moment before I've made a decision. But
that's hard for you though, because you've got ADHD. So your ability to stop, pause, is somewhat harder, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So you were in rehab for 3 months?
Yeah.
3 months?
So I've done the 3-week detox and then 3 months after secondary.
And how did you find the whole experience?
Mate, I loved it, honestly. Some people pissed off me in rehab when I was like going through detox. I'm like, I've just got cold, I've got a flu and stuff like that. They're like, nah, you're rattling. I'm like, it's so interesting how powerful our minds are. If I'm going to wake up and tell myself I feel like shit, I'm going to feel like shit. I enjoyed it, but actually, there were hard times, like the feelings group and stuff. Talking in front of 20 odd strangers, most of them were men. There was a very small girl count in there, and there were times where I didn't like what I heard, but I needed to hear it, and I trusted in the process, and I didn't want to ruin this chance of it. And another thing I'm grateful for there was for understanding my family dynamics growing up, like learning about fawn and freeze, fight and flight, and there was a lot of guilt that I carried that wasn't mine, didn't need to
yours
be.
to carry,
And I was grateful to be, and I was grateful to sort of, I guess, understand that my mum and other people that I am a bit traumatised by, they also are just as unwell with addiction and stuff themselves, and I can't, and learning not to judge people, that's a real big one.
And also not judging yourself. It can be a really freeing experience when you look at family dynamics and all your timelines and things and think, no, that kind of makes sense why this happened, and then you get some compassion for yourself from that, don't you?
I'm trying
to get some compassion for it.
That was the bit that I was always told upon and struggled with, is that you need to go to little Lauren and have some compassion for her, but I find that incredibly hard. I like you said earlier, I had, I survived, but at the same time, like I'm going to work on that, the compassion and stuff, because if I don't, like, I want to find all of these things from within myself, or else I can easily look for external validation. I don't need that. I don't need
and
that.
And if you can validate and show yourself compassion, then you're on the right track, I think.
And that gives you self-worth, because like believing in yourself. Well, dig a bit deeper. Oh, self-worth. Dig a bit deeper. Oh, shit. You've got all of them feelings going on. Well, they're not great. Like, let's deal with them. And that's just by realising that I have a truth to speak, and that everybody is entitled to that. We are all on their own journeys. When I'm very bad at comparing. My one advice is just don't compare yourself to others, because your own journey is your own journey. That might be your personal pain. It might not seem but worse than someone. That's yours.
That's yours.
And I can only relate a certain part of how you feel, but not fully, because it's you.
Because it's you. I think that's really true. And then I also think recovery's knackering. Constantly having to talk and all that, it's knackering.
It is.
And sometimes it's taking that pedal off and doing other things, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's where I found that I've been really creative lately. I've been doing art journaling, where it isn't using words. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm writing about my dream, then I'm writing about my gratitude. And that's all great, but then I'm like,
the other bit?
Where's the like childlike part in it all? So I've been cutting out of books, sticking, trying to things, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. That's really good, because when you talk about showing love to little Lauren, just giving her things that she wants to do. Well, she don't want to be whanging on about recovery right, so her adult Lauren does. But little dinky one probably wants to play.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
I
nice,
like that.
isn't it?
I do like that.
So you come out of rehab. What happens then for you?
I relapsed like 24 hours later.
Mm-hmm. And was that just because you're thrown back into society, feelings?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'll be honest, but what it done to me, I really will. I came back and I was warned by all the staff before I left, was like, we know what you're like, where you go from naught to like you are very reactive to what happened in your situations there and then, as you know, and stuff. And they went, you know, get that routine, get that timeline, do all of that to keep yourself focused. And I had all of that planned, and I generally believed in myself that I was not going. I wanted and believed that I was not going to drink or use again. And I came out, and it was lovely. Like, my friends got my flat ready and got rid of everything that was there, made it all lovely, and I couldn't have asked for better coming out that first day, and the support I had. But it was down to me at the end of the day, and as soon as that door closed, I was on my own, and I just went into what I now know was just fight or flight. My nervous system didn't know what to do with itself. It was like this, up, that, and within that, I just acted straight away and scored weed.
Panic. I don't want to feel like this. Panic. And what do we do when we press panic?
And I'm on my own, like, that's it. Because you have to prepare yourself for that bubble.
But your slingshot back into your previous life.
Oh, 100%.
This is lovely. Like, I've got cancers, I've got groups, we're all on each other's side. I'm in this safe bubble. Bang, back you go back to your life.
Yeah, because you wake up in rehab, right? And like I thought, I didn't realise this is being dishonest, but I thought, and now look at it, I'm a good liar, right? I'm a good liar to tell you that I feel great, and I'll give you a smile, make you feel better. When you're in rehab and you wake up in the morning and don't matter what you've done and like come down, you're right. If I get, you like, nah, something's up with you, Lauren. What's up? Talk about it. Come on, like.
So they cut through it.
And you've got nowhere to hide about it. Then you go home and you have to learn to use your phone again. Yeah. Because you've had no phone for 3 months. You've had no phone for 3 months. So me just going and being about waking up each day in rehab, I didn't need to.
You don't have to worry about drug dealers calling you, or you drug dealers, because you haven't got your phone.
I feel like this. Oh, Lauren, you should have made a phone call. That's all it would have took, was a phone call to reach out to somebody else.
It's easily said in hindsight, though, isn't it?
No, it is.
That hindsight thing of, if I'd have rang something, and I think now you probably would ring someone. Yeah. But in that moment.
And before you know it, your thought's been there, right? But the next minute you are in the taxi or on your foot or on your bike, and next minute you're doing the transaction, then you've got home and boom. Oh, there's the guilt and shame. And
just as I ordered, there it is.
So heavy when I first changed the way that I felt with that stuff. It was mortifying, and that was it. I just went. So I've left.
And then from that, did you think, shit, I've done it now? I'm going to have to tell people I've lapsed on coming out. What was that like?
I struggled to keep on top of lying nowadays.
It's hard work, isn't it?
And ever since I learned that skill, to be honest, about how you feel, I could not stop it. So whatever was going on, I'm going to tell you that's what's going on. But it can also be like the green light to go, well, I fucked it up now, and everybody thinks this, and so you might as well. This ain't a relapse. So you might as well go out there like your life depended on it.
So in terms of like support networks, because you've got quite a big support network, haven't you? Where does that fit in with rehab and stuff? So you've come out, you've lapsed. What then happens?
Well, I ignore everybody for like another 3 to 6 months. And I don't accept any help that's being offered or given. Then I come reaching up here when my fucking tail's between my legs and I'm broken. I knew about meetings on the out. On the out.
On the
Sounds
out.
like a big
On the
present.
out.
Like, yeah. No, that's not one yet.
Won't be either.
But I'm just saying it's when I'll never do that. Well, I've done a lot of nevers in my life, but don't worry. But me, have you been to jail? No, it's not really the job title I was going for. Sick, mate. But the support network, it's down to me reaching out to them. So I have a Christian community of friends. I have you guys up here. There was workshops going on, and there was groups which I found myself back at, which is great. Like I said, I did do the fellowship for a while. I got someone to help me along my way, and
So people to call on, but it's that thing of you utilising that and being in the right headspace to utilise it.
What does that mean?
That kind of means like taking advantage of it. Like if you've got it there to help you, using it, if that makes sense.
And I wasn't. I was choosing not to. I go on a really bad, selfish self-destruct when I get one thing in my head. I get one thing in my head and everything else comes crashing down. And like Laura Greeno always says it to me, and bless her, she's a good girl, good woman, good worker, she's like, just be kind to yourself. And Anna used to say that she was a good big one on that. Just be kind to yourself.
It's quite a big one, I think, is being kind to yourself. And I'd imagine a lot of that 3 to 6 months after rehab where you stayed away from your support network was because you weren't being kind to yourself. And so assuming we would be kind to you either.
No, Oh no, you guys have always been great with me.
But it's still that thing in your head, doesn't it? The addiction tells you like, no one likes you.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, you just ruined a chance. They've just helped give you a second chance. Is this the way that you repay?
So I'd imagine your negative talk in your head can be really quite loud
massively,
for you.
Massively. I think and it's that's where I need to learn to stop, breathe, and maybe not necessarily think, like stop, breathe, and try and feel that, like instead of being up here, because the more that I'm sometimes up in my head, I can't trust my thinking sometimes. I've realised that I'm quite, my thinking can be really insane sometimes. Maybe, or just all I've ever known. It's like creating them new neuro pathways, which I truly believe in, because I'm going back to old thoughts, feelings, and behaviours just by what I think. By how what my mum said to like I think, it must be true, and then little things creep up, and it's like actually creating a different way to go, oh shit, I don't need to act on that and go and pick up a drink.
And I don't need to listen to it.
I don't need to listen to it. I don't need to,
But that takes practice. If you've had negative self-talk from others and from yourself since you were young, it's going to take a while for you to adapt to not talking about yourself like you're a piece of shit, isn't it?
100%.
So fast forward to life today, where you've just gone through so much. What does life look like now for you in terms of coping strategies and putting in place everything you've learned along the way?
That's probably what it is wanting to keep grounded in having, which is I think a lot of things that I've had to that deal with things in different ways. So like trying to discover I believe that there is a God that's looked after me. I'll be honest. I don't know which God, right? I don't know who.
Someone.
But someone has kept me alive, and I genuinely believe that I'm blessed to be alive. So being baptised, that helped.
What was that like, being baptised at an older age? How old were you when you baptised?
28.
What was that like?
28 or 27. It was the best experience ever, honestly. I read out a testimony in front of 150 people, which I found out was later more than that. I met a great group of people, like community of people, by going to a spud run one year.
What's a spud run?
Like, you know, like where they feed food for free on the streets.
Oh, okay.
The spud
Is it called a spud run?
Yeah, we called it a spud run back in the day. And I went there one day, and that's how I met Pete and Debs, that then led me on to another great community, which led me then to get baptised, like after obviously I'd lost John and my brother, and then my sister
John
passed.
being your partner, you'd lost your partner. Yeah, you've experienced so much grief, so much stuff in your childhood, and I really, when I remember when you got connected with like the Christian stuff, thinking actually that's going to be so helpful to just have some people that just unconditionally want to support you.
And do you know what? I wrote a poem about that as well. Right? It's generally and I know Pete and Debs will hear this, and John and stuff from Co-Create, all of them things, is I generally believed in love after that. Honestly, I had struggled to say that because and I thanked them once just to be like, thank you for letting me know that love
teaching me love feels.
Because basically what happened was one day they asked us to write poetry about love, and I used to kick up a fuss in the early days of poetry and be like, how can I write about something I know nothing about? Thinking that love was just through the people that give birth to you and all of that, and it isn't. It goes much deeper than that. And then a couple of years on, they a lot of different things have happened just from meeting Pete and Debs at that spud run. That then, getting baptised really made me feel reborn again into a new world, which was scary.
Like a fresh start, starting again. It's really interesting when you say about the love thing. I think that's such a thing for like addiction. It's like trying to learn love through that way, rather than the proper way. It's like we don't believe in it, so we find love through just fucking knocking ourselves out on substances and feeling love that way. And then when you actually experience unconditional love, wherever that comes from, be it a dog, a fellowship, whatever it is, it changes how you understand it, doesn't it?
100%. It gives you that warm feeling inside. That was what drugs first gave me. That first boot, that first line, that whatever gave me that warm, fuzzy feeling. And like going to church and doing a bit of worship or connecting with people like-minded people, like just made me experience. And I've always my best friend who passed away, Jodie, she said, friends are the family we choose, and I've always held on to that as well. I love that because I used to obsess over family, blood and love. None of them things connect like what love actually is.
No.
It's people that can sit and be honest with you, people that can unconditionally, without judgment, and I feel accepted and a sense of belonging.
And I think once you can plug that into feeling that about yourself, we're cooking on gas.
Definitely.
So talk to me about poetry, because I know you perform some of my sober open mic nights and things like that. Talk to me about what poetry has done for you.
I love poetry. I mean, honestly, with poetry, it's probably got to be my favourite hobby at the moment because it's something that you can do in any moment of your day. You can also go back to the past and write about something. You could imagine something about the future and write something. And I like writing and feeling like people say that like they get inspiration from it. I must admit, I do buzz off other people feeling inspired, and I also am inspired by other people that I then follow on to. So it's like a ripple effect. But for me, like when the book that came out, Finding the Words, like Pete and the poetry group put together. And
you're in that book, aren't you? Finding the Words, and
I've got a couple of poems in there, and like my introduction says, it was like I was never good with sitting down and writing with words, and poetry, I didn't think that they were ever going to be, and you put them together, writing poetry, vulnerable experiences, and wow, you get a beautiful firework.
Yeah.
I have had some of the most amazing feelings when I've come to sober open mic nights and not even planned what's going to happen. All I've planned is reading out what I've written, and it's a whole experience of reading that out and then feeling that energy in the room, or feeling what I'm like, I've just been writing about this, but when I hear it out loud, sometimes the emotion just, I can't hold it. But it's, what a beautiful thing to be able to write and light up other people's lives through real shit stuff. I love that. I love that you can make a piece of shit great.
Yeah. It's also, it's your superpower, because I know you're frightened of feeling feelings and they make you feel uncomfortable, but your best poetry comes out of the fact that you feel, and you feel so intensely.
Thank you.
So it's like you're denying your superpower.
Yeah, I like that.
Fuck flying.
Yeah, I like
superpower.
Yeah, I did wonder.
So people listening to this, if they've ever considered poetry, would you say absolutely give it a go?
Yeah, 100%. Like I say, for anyone in normal life, I say, for people that have not got like addiction, is no matter what, get pen to paper, get writing, because sometimes I can give a real good talk game sometimes, and then like when it comes to my writing, when it comes to real feeling, I'm still not getting that. Do you know what? I'm writing about it, especially, and poetry does not have to rhyme. Like that's another thing, just spoken words. So I encourage anyone to do it and come on a sober open mic and share their own experiences through words. Like you can even play with it in, like, I'm trying to be a bit more funny with them instead of so, there's just endless possibilities of what you can write about. Yeah. What a skill to have.
Yeah, it's a great skill to have, and it's something you'll have forever in your journey.
I hope so. Yeah, I think you can't undo something like that now. Yeah,
no, you can't. So you're going to read a little bit of poetry for us in a second, which I'm really excited about. But before we do that, I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing this with me today. I think your story is one that we could do like 30,000 podcasts and it wouldn't capture like how much you've been through and your strength and resilience. So thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
I think that we would just I'd never stop. I enjoy talking to you.
Yeah, just
nice. I mean, it's enjoy getting to. I love getting to know you. It's just a nice chat.
Isn't it? Yeah. So thank you so much for being on this, and we'll almost certainly have you back on again. Yeah. I'd imagine the audience will want to keep track of your stories.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice.
But yeah, if you're happy to, I'm going to leave you with the mic and you can do a bit of poetry.
All right. Well, I've got. Well, thank you, and thanks, Lauren, for giving me a space to talk today. I'm really grateful, actually. This is just like one that I called Ride or Die, and actually it's probably quite relevant. There's been people that have all walks of life that have been there for me. People that may have been paid and supported, but I know that doesn't, like, there's more there than just beyond that. I was going to say, so I'm very guilty of saying that. Oh, you're just, but it's not. It goes deeper than that. People care. People that like you. People don't just do this for no reason, like, or for the money. Do you know what I mean? It's because there's.
If it was for the money, I wouldn't do this.
Yeah, exactly. So this is for many people out there that have loved and supported me through my time. You were there when the world went black, didn't judge, didn't turn your back. No fake smiles, no shallow talk, just two lost souls on the same hard walk. You saw my pain, my wild, my mess. She still called me a friend, no more, no less. We've fallen hard, we've hit the ground, but somehow we're still around. Not by blood, but by fire. You're my truth, my ride or die.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that, Lauren. And thank you so much for being on the show.
No, thank you. It was really good.
Good.